Hey everybody, we're going to be tying up the Perdi-Mysis shrimp today. We've got a size 18 competition jig hook by Umpqua in the vise. And we're going to start out with some fluorescent white 70 denier thread. Our bead on this fly is a matte black 2mm tungsten slotted bead. And we're going to go ahead and just start our thread off, taking touch and turns over that tag end, and then we're going to just break that tag end free. From here, we're going to take some Veevus iris. It is a Perdi tinsel type of material, and we're going to take 2 strands of that and then tie that in right behind the bead of our fly. Once we get that tied in, we're going to do a slightly different technique than what you would typically see, and we're going to take that Perdi tinsel and we're going to twist it up to form a tail for our Mysis shrimp. Once we've got that twisted up, we're going to take some Solorez UV resin and we're just going to coat a little bit of that twisted up tinsel. When you're coating that tinsel with your UV resin, you want to make sure that you're not coating too much. We're just trying to make it a couple millimeters long. That way when we snip those tag ends free, we can create a little poof of material at the back, and you'll see me doing that here in just a moment. Now, if you do coat too much of the tinsel, you don't have to worry about it too much. You can go in and trim that down and pinch that tail with your thread hand and then push in the tinsel to create a little bit of a poof. Now, once we have that done, we're going to tie in another 2 strands of the Veevus iris Perdi tinsel. Once you get that tied in, we're going to create a smooth underbody with our thread, really just laying down a flat base to turn our tinsel back up to the bead of our fly. We're just taking touching turns with that Veevus tinsel, and we're going to go ahead and tie that off into the slot of our bead. Taking a couple turns behind that tinsel as well, just to secure that in place. So here I'm breaking up a little bit of that extra UV resin, just making sure our tail can be flexible. We don't want that to be too stiff. And now we're going to tie in a 3 to 4 turn whip finish and snip our thread free. From here, we're going to take that Solorez bone dry resin and just coat the body of our fly. This is going to provide some extra durability and also keep water from getting into that tinsel to create a little bit faster of a sink rate for us. So once we have that body coated, we're going to hit it with the UV torch. I like to go for a few seconds on each side. And once we have that done, we're going to take a different type of Solorez resin. This is the thick in fluorescent orange. So we're going to take a small dab of that fluorescent orange resin, and we're going to lift up to keep it a big glob from forming on top of our fly. Once we have a little piece of orange there, we're going to hit that with the UV torch. The reason we're putting this fluorescent hotspot on here is to create a little bit more of a realistic depth to this fly. If you look at a natural Mysis shrimp, you can see through their exoskeleton, and they've got a little bit of orange peeking through. So I'm going to throw up a short clip of a Mysis shrimp, and you can see what we're trying to imitate here with this pattern. There you have it, the Perdi-Mysis shrimp. This is a super fast sinking European nymph style fly. If you liked the video, please like, subscribe, and leave your suggestions for future videos in the comments. Tight lines.